Alright, good day to you all. I'm currently going to be doing a reading of a fic written by a user called KBar41. Now, he's did a reading of mine, so I'm doing a reading of his. A bit like, you know, you scratch my back, I stick a knife in yours. He's written a fic called Guardian of the Everfree. It's tagged Dark Comedy Adventure Human. It's quite highly rated, that's good. Sorry, before I continue, just apologise for the noise on the microphone. It's a bit sensitive, but yeah, sometimes that can be a good thing. And I'll start off by reading the description, and then we'll get onto the fic itself. Okay, so Dante Thomas was a normal Marine. He fought like a demon and cursed like a drunken sailor in the Mojave Desert. How will a person trained to kill survive in a world full of prissy-coloured, technicoloured ponies? The good thing is, he probably won't have to, after finding a secret in the Everfree that will turn the entire world upside down. If you favourite this story, please leave a comment explaining why. Same if you dislike the story, please leave a comment explaining why. Good terms, so I shall get into it. Chapter 1, which is what I was starting with, is titled The End of the Beginning. Let's sit back, grab some popcorn, and get ready for a read. Guarding the Everfree, Chapter 1. The day had started out normal. Great, in fact. That is, if you count getting woken up in the middle of the damn night by fucking Mortons launched by fucking sheetheads, great. But I digress. That's not the main point in this story. This is just how it begins. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Sorry, had to add that one in. I felt as though I had just fallen asleep when the first klaxon went off. We all knew what it meant. I was only 18, fresh out of high school. The 2014 class of Trinity High School, Louisville, KY. I joined the Marines as soon as the school year was over, and then got shipped out to this god-forsaken hole in the middle of the desert. Or, as it's more nicely known, Afghanistan. And that is why I find myself here. I, Dante Thomas McClure, in the middle of nowhere, world. I expected this though, so here I am fighting against a bunch of hiding shitheads launching explosive at us. Wearing my MARP wrap, along with the gas mask, CEO had told us that now, whenever we go into combat, to wear them as those fucking shitheads have been launching chlorine gas. With my M4A1 rattling off rounds like no one's business, along with my M9A1 hanging limply to my side ready to be put into use if need be, my trusty Gerber LMF2 ASEK hanging right beside my sidearm. My AO, thankfully not getting hit by mortar rounds. That is until Murphy decided to fuck me over. I'd just been there, firing off round after round, when I heard the whistle. I knew what it was and managed to look up, but I would never be able to get out of the way in time. Time seemed to slow, the mortar round hanging there like it was trying to troll me. And then time sped back up, and the mortar round landed a little ways off to my left-hand side. The pain I experienced made me wish I was dead. I managed to slip my St. Michael's necklace out of my shirt and held onto it as I slipped into complete darkness. The next thing I heard after my brain started to turn back on was the kind of silence that you only get in the forest. Painfully loud, but creepily silent as well. I finally managed to get my eyes open, and saw nothing but lush greenery. Wait a minute, what? I did a double take, and indeed I was in a forest, and not a desert. I did everything I could think of. I hit myself, slapped myself, pinched myself. I felt it all, and I was definitely alive. Well, there goes my great and normal day. After waking up, I decided to take stock. One pack loaded with the standard issue stuff? Check. One M4A1 with 10 30-round mags? Check. Wait, what? 10 mags? I only used 5 of them when I was hit by that mortar. You know what? I don't care. One LMF2 ASEK check? I had pretty much everything. So, what would I do now? Look for civilization? I checked my compass and started heading north. After what felt like hours of walking, I came across a river. It was small, but it was definitely a river. I started heading upstream. After what felt like more hours of walking, I came upon a house. It was not what I was expecting. The house itself looked like someone had carved out a tree and put a house in it. The tree was still alive. The roof was the greens of the tree. The door looked like it was partitioned in the middle, sort of like a horse's stable door. The worst part about it? The ungodly amalgamation of animals around it. There were otters standing next to beavers, a bear next to foxes, foxes next to mice, dogs next to deers. It looked like someone had thrown me into the Bambi universe. In all honesty, I wanted to puke at the scene in front of me. Then, something came out of the house. I say something because this thing was not a human. It looked like a large dog. Then it looked in my direction. Thankfully the bush I was behind hid me well. I could now get a better look at it. This thing definitely had equine features. Trust me, I'm a professional Kentuckian. But despite having equine features, it was so unnatural. Its mane and tail was pink, the body was yellow, and upon its stifle was a mark. More specifically, 3 pink butterflies. My mind was screaming at me that none of this mattered. What did matter, however, was that I was living in a house for God's sake. Cut. I turned away and was about to make a getaway, back into the forest, but then I ran into something. After tumbling over, I righted myself and saw another one of them. Damn it. This one was purple with a tricolored mane and tail. This one also had a mark on its stifle. The mark was a 6-sided star. That wasn't all, no. Oh no, the universe decided it was going to bitch slap me again. The bitch slap? This one had a damn horn. A horn. So now I'm confronting a 4-foot-tall unicorn that looks like it's angry. And now that I was close, I made note that these things' faces do not look equine at all. In fact, the faces looked humanoid. Back to the point, the unicorn looked angry, or at least it was trying to. Honestly, its bug eyes and other features are making it a bit too hard to take this thing seriously. It looked angry for about another 20 seconds, until I swear I could see a light bulb appear above its head. Honestly, I should have bolted right there and then, but unfortunately I didn't. It shot a beam at light at me, which was moving too fast for me to dodge. It hit my chest, and in all honesty, I barely felt it. It felt like I had put on a bunch of padding and a baby had lifted a bat that also had padding on it and tried to hit me in the chest. That is how painless it was. I looked to the thing's face and could tell from the expression that it was not what it was supposed to do. What did I do? I took it as a cue to retaliate. I raised my M4 and fired to the left of it. It was far enough that in order for the round to hit it, it would have to have had a full canter to the left, but it was close enough to scare the living hell out of it. After that, I took off running. I finally made it far enough into the forest. How did I gauge that? I couldn't hear a horse galloping, and my sixth sense for these kind of things. I looked around, making sure that there wasn't any more of these horse things. It wasn't late, but I didn't want to get caught with my pants down. I had a plan already. Sleeping on the ground is too dangerous, so I'll make a tree my bed for the night. But first I would need a fire. I collected a bunch of dead tree limbs and stones. I arranged the stones in a circle and put the dead tree limbs in the circle. I then took the flint that was in my LMF2 and took the blade and struck it. Thankfully, it took the first time, and pretty soon I would have a nice roaring fire. Feeling hungry, I pulled my pack off my back and pulled out a random MRE. I had enough for in a week. If I liked having 1 square meal a day, that is. I opened the MRE, beef with rice, and started munching. While chowing down, I reflected. The event of the day. Met alien horses. Normal. Got attacked by said alien horses. Normal. Retaliated against said alien horses. Normal. MRE tasting like shit. Not normal. I crawled up into the tree and secured my pack to the branch next to me by snapping the sternum strap and waist strap closed around the branch, my pack now hanging up. I took my safety harness and wrapped it around the limb I was lying on. That way, if I fell, the rig would catch me. I rested my rifle on my lap with the string securely round my chest, ready to be used to defend myself. I then promptly fell asleep. Well, that's the first chapter. First fic reading, so if you judge me, I will hunt you down and kill you, and then use your blood to decorate my house. Now, I'll just read the author's note for you, as, you know, I'm going to read everything. Author's note. I'm not a Marine and I do not pretend to understand how it's over in Afghanistan. Well, at least we've got someone who's honest. This isn't his writing, by the way. The reason why he says sheethead is because he has grown to hate them after they've shot at him so many times. But only the Taliban. If you are a Muslim and this offends you, I apologize. But let's face it, this is what they say over there. Blunt. Blunt, but strangely effective. Okay, he also says, I would like to take this time to thank any and all active or inactive service members for risking their lives for their country. Let us especially remember those who gave their life for their country. Right, that's quite good. That's chapter 1. Hopefully I'll get a couple more chapters done sometime, as I plan to do this entire fic. Set a challenge for myself and I shall complete it. Well, this is this is Drop Bear 271 signing off. Yay.